Yo, what's up, fam? I was thinking about really just making a script for this. I got ChatGPT to make me a little something. I'm not really gonna follow it, just to have a little more structure though. I will be using it a little bit. I will share what it did create for me, just so y'all can have an understanding of what we're looking at. Literally, I just used ChatGPT to give me a little rough outline, so I'll be able to, be able to elaborate my brain to you, the neophyte trader. Now, I remember coming into this market, I was 18. It's been such a journey, man. But coming in at such a young age, I mean, it washed my mind of what reality really was and what I was fed my whole life. They fed me that I needed to go to work to do it all, you know what I mean? Like, I gotta have a job for life. And growing up, I never knew what I really wanted to do, I never had that inside of me, like, oh, I want to be an astronaut or a lawyer or a doctor. Like, that shit was never there, bro. Like, I just wanted to see the world for real. Like, I remember growing up, they'd read the Magic Tree House in the house, and that shit was like magic, to a kid. And I guess I kind of just stayed in that fantasy world forever. So, just a little short introduction. I'm a crazy motherfucker. Go to the gym, finna trade, and show y'all what I am capable of, and just share my thought process and analysis. But first things first is, what is TradingView? Alright, what is TradingView? Have you ever wondered how people could look at a chart and take profit or lose? Well, welcome to trading. You need to have an understanding of how, why, where are they even getting that information? So, to start, where do they get it all? Well, we're going to be looking at TradingView, fam. Hope that music's not too loud, but I'm going to turn that camera off. Y'all don't need to see me. But we're going to be looking at TradingView, okay? So this is the #1 platform that we're going to go to. And you could go get all the information you want online. You got it, right? So we're going to make an account, okay? That's going to be step 1. That's what we're going to see. Some dude, very serious, leap. Ignore everything else. We don't care about anything. Click more up here and download, and then you'll be able to download it. But for myself, I'm just going to stay here. So while we're here trading, all of our trades will only ever be on the NQ. This is what the charts look like as soon as you are introduced to TradingView. I believe it might be in like bars, but start as soon as we get access to TradingView and we downloaded it, we're gonna have this list. Delete all of this. Delete all of this list. Nothing matters. Add NQ. You could add MNQ if you want to have less risk, aka just that, and we'll dive into that. But they are relatively the exact same. The only difference is risk and leverage. Okay. So, upon coming, we're very confused. Give me one moment. I'm gonna pause and see if I could have like a cursor that'll highlight on the chart. Alright, fam, we're back. So we now have this. See, we could hit control and it does that little flash motion. So to change the background, you'll just hit the icon in the bottom right, more settings, canvas, and then background. And then now we have a background changed. Now up here in the top, we have the ticker, whatever we want to trade. We could add, so we could compare, and we have our time here. See the time? So we'll dive into time more, but just for now, reference the day, a 4 hour, a 1 hour, a 15-minute, a 5-minute, and a 1-minute time interval. Right? After the time section at the top, we have this symbol. If we click it, it's going to show us all of the types of candles we could have to confuse our brain. We don't care about anything besides candles. Candles. That's all we care about. That's it. We care about candles only. Okay? This button, don't worry about that ever. Don't ever look at that. Fuck that word. Indicators, we don't care about indicators. Indicator templates, we don't care. Alerts, we don't need to set alerts. And then if we do want to demo trade, however, we could get an upgrade and we could do replay. And then, of course, the back arrow to undo and then redo. Okay, so that's the top. And then farther to the right, we'll have this layout. So you'll be able to change the layout, but they make you upgrade. And this is a fresh account, so we're good with one layout. And then you could save different layouts of the chart. And then we're gonna have more icons. So we'll be able to take a snapshot, so we could download, tweet it, copy a link to it. We could go full screen, and then settings. And then of course the publish button, so we'll be able to publish to TradingView. You could speak, record, publish an idea. Okay, so that is the top breakdown. And then on the left side, we have these icons here, TradingView. This is going to be your cursor type. So we're going to have cross, dot, arrow. I just stick with cross. And then next, we're going to have all of our line tools. Okay. For the majority of our work, we work with a horizontal, right? Sorry. We work with a vertical line. Okay. And that's it. That's it. All right. The next up, we're going to have the Fibonacci's. Okay. Fibonacci's. We use Fibonacci retracement. And that's it out of there. I sometimes use Fibonacci time zone, but I don't need that anymore. And then we're going to have something called patterns. This is retail garbage. Retail garbage. All right, brother. Don't fall for that. And then we're going to have our positions, so like projections. I majority do use price range. Price range, I'll get into why. There's the long position, short position, and that's it we need out of there. That's it. And then we're going to have our paintbrush, our highlighter, our arrows, and our shapes, okay? It's very important. We use rectangle. Rectangle, very, very important. Okay. And then next up, another very important personal use is annotation notes. I love using callouts. And you could paste in ideas if you want, but you don't need to worry about texts at the current status as you're just trying to understand the charts, if that makes sense. And then next we'll have emojis. One of my favorite emojis is going to be the unicorn. Where's the unicorn? Right here. It's one of my favorite emojis. If you know, you know. Okay. And then we're going to come into the, I believe it's this one. We're going to have the hammer. That's going to be another favorite. If you know, you know. But other than that, that's honestly it on the tools. We do have a zoom in tool right here. This magnifying glass says zoom in. So we'll be able to like zoom into the specific range that we want to look at. So say we're all the way out here, right? And we want to zoom in. You could zoom in right there and you could see. And then to always reset the chart, it's a right click. If you're on PC with a mouse, right click, reset chart. Okay. And then we'll always have the delete icon here at the bottom down here. Don't worry, you could hide everything here. lock everything. The magnet is the anchor. So say you're trying to anchor to a price. So it'll always just anchor to prices. Like the high of that candlestick, it'll anchor to it. But that is honestly the basis of the screen itself. And now I want to dive into what exactly we use out of these tools. Alright fam, I believe we got all of our TradingView set up. So now we're going to come up here and to the horizontal line or the ray. We use this. Firstly, we have a buy side liquidity, it's called. It's what we call this line when it's green. So it's going to be green, and then we paste in the buy side from our other TradingView just to make it easier on myself. So that's going to be buy side liquidity. Okay. And then now we're going to go red. It's going to be, I'm just going to go sell. Okay. And then now we'll have reference points of buy side and reference points of sell side. See? And it's always saved. Okay. And this is just a basic line. I leave like gray. I don't need to change it because I'll never really change it ever again. And then next we'll have the Fibonacci, okay? This is what it looks like when you first pull it out. You're like, what is this? What is this wonka wonk, right? Doesn't make sense. So, this is what we do. It's going to create this box, right? We're going to click settings. And then we're going to turn off trendline, turn off background, extend lines to the right. Okay. And then first things first is what I use is the first. It's going to be 0. It's going to be 0.25. It's going to be 0.5. It's going to be 0.75. And you have to have that 0 there. And it's going to be 1. Alright? These will make gray since we're on a black chart. But doesn't really matter. Do what you want. But the key here is that the 50% is red. Okay? And then these are blue in my. Okay? And then that's going to be this here. So we have the 1 to 0 with the 50%. The 50% is always called the consequent encouragement, just so you do know. To have reference, that is called the consequent encouragement. And that is the 50%. Okay. And then now we save this as a template by clicking this templates. Save drawing as. And then we save this. In my mind, 0 to 1 is the easiest to mark. 0 to 1 levels. Alright fam, I had to come back in. This is another that's huge, Fibonacci. So we're gonna have the levels. All it's gonna be is 0, 0.5, and 1. Make the lines besides the 0.5. Okay, you see? Now it's just the 0.5. And then we come in here. Oh, wow. It's thought I had it pasted. It's the consequent encroachment. That's spelled correct. But that's going to be that there. And then save it as a template. Template, save as, and then I call it CE, short for consequent encroachment. That's that there. Yep. And then the next Fibonacci sequencing is going to be this one. So that's the levels there, right? We have 0, negative 0.5, negative 1, negative 1.5, negative 5.5 max displacement, 0.5, and 1. Okay. This is going to be directly from how ICT labels it. The first blue line is going to be your first partial. And then our third blue line is going to be labeled as determinist swing. And then, of course, we do have that 5, the max displacement. That's just to have an idea. So now we go and we save this as a template. And in my mind, I save this as exit zones. But the one thing I forgot to do is doing that. And then you could always just save over it. So that is that. Onto the box. First things first. Is we're gonna have our fair value gap. And this is just from my personal preference and what I tend to like the most in settings for colors and everything else. So this is going to be the fair value gap. See? And then next, we're going to have the inversion fair value gap. And then last but not least, I promise, it's going to be the volume inversion. Okay, so those are all the major tools I use. So now, say we're on a 4-hour basis, we'll be able to mark out now our tools, buy side, we'll be able to fair value gap, see how it works, see how it starts to work. But that is going to be our tools. That's the majority of what we use on TradingView. This is our tool list. We have horizontal, ray, buy side, sell side liquidity. A vertical line just to mark our time zones. I'll give you a prime example. Fibonacci retracement. 0 to 1 levels. Refresh. This is 0 to 1 levels. Consequent encroachment. The upper quadrant and lower quadrant. And then our exit levels. See, so like potential exit levels. And then to count the ticks. And then to create fair value gaps on the chart. Fair value gap. So that's going to be the tools covered. And let's see. All right, getting back to it. Another major thing that I always do is we could come settings here. You go symbol, and you go body, right? Now, what is that implying? That's implying that we get to change the body color. So, if bullish candles are default green, and green means go, and red candles means stop, red is bad in your mind, why do we want them like that? For me, I use white candle bodies for bull, and I use purple for bearish. I believe it says purple, the blue purple. There it is. That is what I use. Okay. I always change the bodies to 22. It's just a personal preference. Okay. So after you find what color works for you, at the bottom we're going to see time zone. Switch this time zone to New York. Every single time we touch the market, it is based off of New York time. So now this is what our new chart looks like with our new time zone. Okay. And we have our time. Don't worry about anything other than a day, a 4 hour, a 1 hour, a 15 minute, a 5 minute, a 1 minute. Okay? And then at the bottom, down over here, we will see a 1 day interval. So that's going to show us how the 1 day was. So it's going to zoom us out 1 day. And then if we scroll this panel up from the center, we'll see some stuff. Only ever really worry about the trading panel. This is how you can connect a paper trade account. And since you already created an account, you just have your paper trade. Okay. We'll get into paper trading if you want, but just so you do have the idea. And I believe that's going to about wrap up the basis of TradingView in a whole. Of the tools I will use, the time zones I will use, the colors I use. So yeah, if y'all found anything here insightful, let me go ahead and turn on my camera. If you found anything insightful here, go ahead, drop a comment, hit a like, and sub, okay? And when you drop that comment, I want you to project what you want to see in the future. As a new trader or even as an experienced trader, what could be something that you would like to see for the new trader introduction? Because at this moment, at this rate, I am making an introduction to my trading and just my personal enigma in the marketplace. So with that being said, y'all just hit that like, sub, and comment down below. And of course, you guys can join the Discord for free. I will never charge you. The Discord link will be linked in the link tree. It's going to take you to my website I developed with coding. So it's pretty neat. It's a little personalized experience to join the community. So I'll just show you guys actually. So for instance, I don't actually know. Yeah, so this is just a random profile I have. So no, sorry. Sometimes I forget my own name. So this is going to be my account, right? And then if we go ahead and click on our link tree here in the bio, the link tree, it's going to take us to our car talks. It's going to take us to the Discord. The Discord is so important. You could also use my link for TradingView if you wanted. So, the Discord. it's just gonna introduce you to the Discord a little bit, what we're doing, what to gain, how to get involved. And I did put in like a little programmed AI. Really neat to do myself actually to see. But you just go ahead and hit join our Discord. And it's gonna link you to our Discord. And here, excuse me, I'll show you here. So I do have a couple things. They are affiliate links. I use all this that I do share, just so you do know. So we're gonna come into Discord, and I am still working and developing on it. But for now, we're gonna have like our nucleus news, and then you're gonna see the live trading records. So this is gonna take you to just like our live trades so far that we have been recording. We have a couple posted. So yeah, I'm gonna develop the Discord more, just so you do know. It is all free. I have a little gaming zone where, like, come on, man, we all miss games. I don't play much, but for anybody that does, we'll have this section here. It's gonna be a private section. It's not like I'm gonna be active in there. It's just a section that is privated off because it was a thought process of mine, but I will never actually fully go through it. This is just gonna be somewhere where, say, this dude Adam, I actually don't even think dude talks in here. Nobody talks in here besides me. But say he's like, we've been trading for a while, and we could get in here, and then like, it's just a more personalized area with myself, if that makes sense. So like, I guess where the real bros will reside, So like, if you're really active and you're serious about it, I mean, obviously I'll invite you up in there. But for the most part, I'll just be chilling in the general and the trading layer. And I do need to hit that 50 subs before we do start live trading on YouTube, fam, just so you do understand. If we hit that 50 subs, we will go live on YouTube every day when we do trade. We will live trade on YouTube instead of just the private Discord. So once we do hit that 50 sub goal, we will start that. And just to let whoever watches this video in, I know it's kind of hard to see. I'm covering it for a reason. But we're gonna have over time. I am working on my own crypto coin. Now this is something that this is a private. Nobody will be able to get this link, as it was something that I did myself, and I'm not promoting this to anybody unless something else changes. But yeah, we're gonna be just chilling. We got the network zone. Got a audiobook link. Fucking delete that hoe out there. Nobody needs that shit. But yeah, so y'all go ahead, feel free, join the Discord, check out the car talks. Fuck, order a ledger if you want, use the code, let's both get free Bitcoin. Nah, I'm just fucking around. But this is also gonna be our X, just so you do know. I'm not truly active that much, but I am here, just slowly growing, slowly building, developing. But yeah, just so y'all do know, again, if you found this insightful, hit that like, follow, and let's connect, fam. Let's go.